What is up, YouTube? I'm David. Welcome to my channel. If you're an entrepreneur and you are making your ideas real, you've come to the right place because that's all I talk about here. It is Best Podcast Wednesday. This week's podcast is by Lewis Howes, the School of Greatness. He had a leading sports psychologist by the name of Mike Gervais on. They talked a lot about things that you need to do to become a peak performer. And there were so many amazing nuggets in this podcast. I literally had to take notes. It was crazy. Here are the 10 things that I learned. Number one, most trajectories in our lives begin with pain. If you think back to times in your life where you were forced to get better or you were forced to look internally, get stronger, it was typically because something painful happened or you were challenged. So if you're going through something that's hard right now, remember that you can take this painful moment, this painful experience, and turn it into an opportunity to make yourself better or stronger. Point number two, stop thinking about what can go wrong and start focusing on what can go right. We're so hesitant to fail. Shed yourself of the fact that you have to do everything right. You don't have to do everything right. If you do this one thing today, right now, in this moment, what can go right? And when you start focusing on what can go right instead of focusing on what can go wrong, free yourself to succeed. Number three, focus on being great in this moment. When we are building businesses, we're hoping that when we get to $10,000 in revenue, we'll be great. Or we're hoping when we get to $1 million in revenue, we'll be great. Be great right now in this moment. Appreciate building of your business every single day. Appreciate that really annoying customer that emails you upset and the fact that you have customers. By focusing on being great at every single moment of your business, you'll bring your best self to your customers, to your sales calls. Your overall business will grow faster than ever if you focus on being great today, right now, in this moment. Number four, fear and or fatigue are the two things that are keeping you from your greatness. We might be fearless in how we approach our business and in the risks that we take, but we might have fear about being vulnerable. We might have fear about letting go. That aspect of our personality might be keeping us from greatness. The other aspect keeping us back is fatigue. You might be willing to work all day, nonstop, every single day, but at some point you need to take a step back. And I've been there where I've just worked and worked and worked and worked, and you've got to put in the hours. But at the same time, you got to realize that you need some emotional downtime. You need to reset. Don't burn yourself out. Know when to get enough sleep. Know when to take a vacation. Know when to just take a day off, because no one can go forever. Eventually you'll break down. So know when to take that time for yourself, because you will build a better business if you have a clear head and you aren't burnt out. Number five, don't do more, be more. If you are an entrepreneur, you probably work really hard. We think that if we get more hours in the day, that brute force it, then success will come. You gotta put in the hours. However, think about if you're bringing your true, authentic self to the table every single day. Because there may be aspects of your business that you can refine or switch up where they're more true to you and the things that you want to see. It may change the dynamics in your business and you may be able to see an opportunity that you didn't see before. By understanding that you have to be true to yourself and being more true to yourself each and every day, that's as important as putting in the work. So don't do more, be more yourself. Number six, our brain has evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to scan for danger. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, we had threatening animals. Here we had to fight for our lives against tribes. Today, we don't have to do as much of that, but our brains are still trained to search for danger. We've got to untrain our brain from searching for danger to searching for opportunity. By retraining your brain to stop looking for the things that are threatening, we'll see opportunities that other people don't see. Be queued up for the dangerous, treacherous aspects of things. And we're looking for the opportunities where we can thrive. Number seven, who are you? If you died tomorrow, what would people say about the way you lived your life? What would the one thing be? You've got to figure that out. Because if you can't bring that every day, it's going to be harder for you to focus when things are tough. But if you know what your truth is, what will end up happening is that you can always anchor yourself in that when you run into challenges. By having the clarity on your personal philosophy, you can show up every single day with conviction that you're going to make the best decision no matter what the circumstance. Let's face it, as entrepreneurs, we have our ups and we have our downs. There are days where it gets so hard that we just don't want to do it anymore. When you have clarity on your personal philosophy, you can live that with conviction every single day. No matter what happens, you can feel confident that you're making the best decision for yourself and for your business. Number 9, there are 3 things that you can train. You can train your body, you can train your craft, and you can train your mind. And keeping your body healthy will help you perform better as an entrepreneur. So make sure you're getting your rest, make sure you're eating healthy if you can get out, and even if it's working out for 10 minutes a day, just do that. Make sure your body is healthy and you will be a better entrepreneur. Every single day, train your craft, continue to get better, put yourself around people who are really great and even better than you at that craft, and thoroughly train your mind. Practice mindfulness. Michael talks about a number of ways that you can train your mind, and as an entrepreneur, you want to be focused, continually training those 3 things. Number 10, and this one was the most poignant for me personally. The process of being great requires you to continuously push up against the boundaries of psychological and emotional discomfort. We say we want to be an entrepreneur, but the process of being great requires where you do feel lonely. That is the most difficult thing about being a creator, being a great athlete, being a great entrepreneur, is that it's very lonely. That is something without a doubt you will have to acknowledge and you'll have to embrace. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I really enjoyed this podcast. It made me think a lot about how I'm personally showing up every day. If you watched it, leave what you thought about it in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you want to get the podcast I'm listening to help me build my business, some of my favorite personal development podcasts, hit the subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching. And remember, walk your path.